This is TV3 KARD Television, Wichita, Kansas.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Well, Sarge and I welcome you to yet another installment of Conversational Shaving. Isn't that right, buddy? Well, hello there. I've already prepped my face with some of this Hatric Classic pre-shave. Now, I'm not sure, this may be just for electric shaves, but I didn't see anything on the packaging or in other literature about it that says it has to be for that. So I've put some of that on. I tried this once before. It didn't hurt anything, and it smells great. So it's supposed to prep your face. We'll see what happens this time. My razor today is going to be this 3-piece non-adjustable slant razor. It's a Mulcuto. That's the name of it. It's an old razor. I got it used, but it works pretty well. In there on its first use will be one of these Personna blades. And let's see here. My soap, something I saw Paul H. use a while back, and it took me a while to find a source for it online that was not terribly expensive. It's a newer type of soap from Wilkinson Sword. It's their sensitive shave soap. The packaging is a little bit different than their regular shave soap. My brush today is going to be this Vie Long horsehair brush, this small, I don't know how many millimeters that is, and I've lathered up in this, the Hatric shave bowl. I'm going to freshen that up a little bit and try to get a lather started on my face. I hope you're all doing well out there. I'll start lathering this on with the tiny brush. Hopefully this all works well. Sometimes this soap, well, regular Wilkinson Sword soap is not always the best in the West. In fact, I think this is kind of dissipating out of the bowl even already. I might have to freshen this up, re-lather in the bowl and on the brush shortly, because I think that the soap is dissipating already. On my face, on the brush, and in the bowl. I'll just try to do the best I can here. I'm getting a very thin lather here. This isn't going to be a great lather. You can see that it's lacking a lot, but hopefully it'll be better when I'll have to re-lather the brush for a second pass. But I'm going to try to go ahead and do with what I've got here for the first pass. Okay, here we go, pass number 1, which will be with the grain. About 3 days worth of growth here. Now, so far, even though the lather is not very thick, it is a comfortable shave so far. Do a bit of a Gillette slide there, and I'll flip the razor over and I'll go over here to the other side of my face. Okay, and I'll go ahead and rinse the razor here. Okay, I'll go ahead and go below my lower lip here on the chin. Still a comfortable shave, believe it or not. Very mild scent on this soap, a little bit different than the regular Wilkinson Sword soap. Only about a 2 or 3 out of 10 in terms of scent strength. Oh, but I did get myself there. I don't know if you can see it on camera very well, especially with these shadows and this new lighting in here, but it'll be all right. I nicked myself a little bit though. Rinse time for the razor. Okay, we'll go ahead and go to the neck here, the neck and the bottom of the chin. Got those weepers on my, even one there too. I'll have to be more careful with this razor because it's a fairly aggressive razor. A little bit wider blade gap, I think, than your standard aggression razor. I'm going to have to start all over again on the lathering when I'll have to re-lather the brush, not just my face. Hopefully get a thicker lather and maybe do it a little bit differently. Maybe I'll just forego lathering in the bowl altogether. And I did soak my little horsehair brush before I lathered it. Pre-soaked the brush itself, the bristles, for about 5 minutes. That's it for that pass. I will be back. I'll try to get some of this blood off of me, and I'll be back for a second pass across the grain. Okay, we're going to go across the grain now. I re-lathered my face. It's a little bit better. I think next time, even though this is a small tub, I think next time I will use a larger brush for the lathering. Anyway, here we go across the grain. Still got this little weeper here. Well, maybe you can see it there. Some cold water and maybe some alum if necessary later on to stop that from bleeding. Okay, I'll go over here now. Kind of concentrating on the shave. I was being pretty quiet there for a moment. Not being very conversational or conversant, I guess. Okay, I can go ahead and rinse the razor. Okay, go to the chin now. I'll go up above the upper lip here. Let's see. Okay, I'll rinse the razor again. Okay, we'll go to the neck now. And the bottom of the chin. Go over here now. Hope I didn't, excuse me, hope I didn't nick myself there. I gotta be more careful. Must remind myself to be careful. Still got this little weeper up here. I've had some great shaves lately, but this isn't really one of them. Although it's still a relatively comfortable shave. Okay, I'll be right back and then we'll go against the grain. Okay, now we'll go against the grain. I hope I said that right this second time. It was across the grain. I hope I didn't say against the grain there. This is against the grain. Last one was across the grain. Get a feeling like I've got a sneeze. Oh boy. Sorry about that. There I go again. Sorry, folks. This is a very simple and maybe not all that impressive of a shave, but I'm glad to get the chance to try this soap which just arrived today in the mail. Or the FedEx or whatever it was. Excuse me while I rinse the razor again. Okay, let's go to the face now. I've been hearing audio feedback all this shave. Oops, I may have got myself again there. I'm not sure. Well, I got something bleeding there. But anyway, I am hearing the razor mowing down the stubble, more or less. Maybe a little less so over here. Okay, rinse time. Okay, we'll go to the chin. Soap dissipating already here. And I'll go up here. I have to be careful going against the grain above my upper lip. Probably can't see that, but maybe you can hear it. Alright, I'm going to rinse and then we'll do pickups. Okay, I'm going to go straight into pickups with no fanfare here. Pickups or touch-ups if you prefer. I'm sorry, I know I'm not talking a lot in certain parts of this video. I really am concentrating on the shave. I have some interesting things going on outside of my shaving hobby, but I'll get to those. I'll tell you more about those maybe in another video. Let me rinse this and go over my neck one more time. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to go over this fairly lightly. I see a place down here where I kind of got myself, but overall I'd say the shave, well, I found a little spot there. Let's see if this helps. Finding more spots. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Except maybe for a tiny little thing over here. Yeah, that is definitely a BBS, baby bottom smooth shave, except maybe for this one little trouble spot, which I always have over here. And I don't want to get the tip of my ear as I have done in the past sometimes. Yeah, that is, oddly enough, I wasn't impressed with this shave until I got to the end here, and I got some more to do here, but that's the end of the shaving portion, and I'm going to rinse my face and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm just finishing up drying my face here. Very smooth shave and fairly comfortable. Not a perfect shave, but yet perfect in the sense that it turned out to be a pretty good BBS shave. very smooth face here. Let's see. I'm going to do a brief recap, then I'll put the finishing touches on the shave here. Well, before I started, I had prepped my face with some of this Hatric Classic pre-shave, which may or may not be intended for pre-electric shave, but I used it anyway to start out with, to get ready to shave manually, I mean, with this kind of razor, and it's okay. It didn't hurt anything. I don't know what that tells you. My razor has been this 3-piece non-adjustable Mulcuto Slant razor made out of plastic or Bakelite, kind of an old razor. And my soap has been this Wilkinson Sword, let me get it lined up here, Wilkinson Sword Sensitive shave soap, which is fairly new, which as far as I'm concerned, the jury's still out on this soap, but I guess for the price, if you're in one of the countries that sells that in stores, I'm sure it's not that expensive. It's pricier to get it here in the States because we have to import it. My brush has been this Vie Long horsehair brush, a little bitty one. My bowl has been the Haylis shaving bowl, available on Etsy. And I forgot to mention that in my razor on its first use was one of these Personna blades. Okay, now I think I've covered everything here, so I'm going to reach over for some of this Humphreys witch hazel. It's alcohol free, and it has cucumber in it with wild crop certified witch hazel. And shake that up a little bit. I'll take there's no restrictor on these little Humphreys bottles, so be careful there. But anyway, here we go. This is still fairly new to me, this bottle of witch hazel, and I've used it to good effect with good results, I think, in some previous shaves. I just received it not too long ago, and I hadn't done a video in a while, so this is my first time using any of this on camera. So that's pretty nice. The Humphreys Cucumber witch hazel with the wild crop certified witch hazel in the little plastic bottle there. And I'm going to reach over here for some of this Pitralon Classic aftershave in the green bottle. Okay, well, if I can get a hold of that cap, we'll take the cap off that. This has a little bit better restrictor on the bottle. And there will probably be some stain here because I'm pretty sure this has alcohol in it. Put just a tad on the wrists. I'll go up behind the ears here, on my temples, back of the neck a little bit. Ooh. Yeah, that is quite a bit of sting there, but this stuff always smells fantastic. I also haven't used this in a little bit. I think I used it maybe a few weeks ago for the first time in several months, or even maybe a year or more. But that is the Pitralon Classic aftershave, which smells great and certainly doesn't clash with that very mild scented soap. And finally, going to end with something else that is new to me and goes with the soap. The Wilkinson Sword Sensitive Aftershave Lotion. So there's that there. Let me open this and get a little bit in my hand. That's probably way more than enough right there. And we'll get this going here. I think I mostly got the weepers above my upper lip and the one I had here to quit bleeding. Hey, this stuff isn't bad. Not too bad at all. Yeah. I didn't think this stuff would be bad. I had a sneaking suspicion that this aftershave lotion, they call it, it's kind of a balm, to me anyway. At least that's what I'm using it for. I had a feeling this might in many ways be better than the soap, and I'm sensing that and feeling it on my skin. And on top of that Pitralon aftershave and going with the soap, it's a delightful scent. I smell great and I feel pretty good. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Once again, there's that. If I didn't show you a second time, I forget. I'm old. Bye.